Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be dissertating and talking about the ruler of the first house posited in the 10th house in the natal horoscope. Well, first thing I want to get on is people with this placement, the ruler of the first in the 10th house, often obviously are, having a desire for notoriety, recognition, and status. And whether they get this on some level or not could be dependent on the planet, the aspects that it's making. If it makes predominantly good aspects, obviously there's a better chance for reaching some kind of acclaim and recognition on some level. That makes a lot of negative aspects. This could actually be somebody may not really reach the fame that's desired. There might be some, thing connected with slander or defamation of character in, some extreme cases, scandal, it might be some negative notoriety attained. This position could be good for somebody that likes some government work or, politics, position of authority. This is a person that it could start out, somewhere in, on a lower level, and I guess you could say through hard, earnest, laborious effort, finds their way to ascend to the top or, get a supervisor position. People in positions of authority, to this person, it's often auspicious, and a lot of times, people with this position, they can establish a good rapport with those people that are higher up, on them in their job or workplace or what have you, and are often able to get, you could say, offers to, enhance their position, or whether could be just an increase in salary and their position at work. And it's often favorable for that because often supervisors will see these people as people that are disciplined and responsible, and they can see this, and it gives them incentive and impetus to do this, for these people. Now, as I stated before, this person, people with this placement, ruler of the first house posited in the 10th house, can be the type to often seek, status and recognition. Some may get it, others may not, but this is not the type to just kind of, sit by and be inconspicuous. They often like to, to stand out, and their desire, for some kind of fame is usually very, prominent in their nature. How they are, their status in the community, and their stature in life, their job, their career, can often reflect, how they, present themselves, and they're going to appear, obviously they're going to be happier, more if those things are favorable in their life. If those things are not so favorable, then you might see somebody that appears kind of disconsolate, or, somebody that's not, always, effervescent or exuberant, or what have you, and it might show in their appearance, to some extent. Career matters are obviously, they're paramount for these people, and even if a position of prestige is not necessarily attained, their livelihood, is often, takes center stage, in his or her life. So, this is obviously, these are people and that, put a lot of emphasis on their career. Also, it could be these people, if favorably aspected, could have, good rapport, with one or both authority figures, in their life, one or both of the parents and supervisors and authority figures, in general, superiors. So anyway, that's going to wrap it up for this YouTube astrological segment of the ruler of the first house posited in the 10th house in the natal horoscope. And stay tuned next time, where I'll be dissertating and talking about the ruler of the first house posited in the 11th house in the natal chart. Two things I want to get with you on before I head out. Firstly, the stars may impel, but do not compel. And secondly, never isolate any single astrological element, aspect, planetary placement, position, configuration, influence, or what have you, and make an analysis on a person, astrologically speaking, based on this alone, because a person astrologically is the sum of all their components in their natal chart, and not just one. Until next time, people, stay well.